Well, it has been one heck of a month, hasn't it? Look at all this red. All this red, by the way, these are above normal temperature days. There's only 2 below normal, and as you'll note, 0 normal days in the month of July. That's how hot it's been, but it is changing. If you haven't stepped outside or haven't looked out a window, or maybe you live under a rock, or you're in a place like our studio with 0 windows and you've spent all day in some place like that, it's changing. So again, not as hot today. In fact, we're actually going to be pretty close to normal. One normal day at least. Wet weather is going to stick with us all the way through Sunday. Unfortunately, though, as soon as we kick off August and the dog days of summer, boy, I tell you, it is going to be summer again very quickly. 7th and range line, it is cloudy as far as the eye can see. I actually just got off phone with my wife, and she said it's still raining in Joplin. It's not raining here at the station. That's because rain's starting to taper off. So we'll take a look at the radar and show you what's going on and what's coming up down the road. Right now, 77, only feels like 78. And 77. It's only 77 degrees right now. I mean, that is fantastic. It's a little muggy out there because of all the moisture and all the rain, but otherwise, look at these temperatures. I mean, Sedan, Neodesha are a couple of the warm spots. Parsons, Chautauqua at 80. Now, Stockton, for some reason, they're at 85, but everybody else is in the upper 70s, and it's really nice. As we go through the night, we do get a break in the rain showers, not necessarily in the cloud cover, but in the rain showers. Then they'll build back in, and we have increasing thunderstorms as we head through the night. 77 by midnight, and then look at these overnight lows in the 60s. In the 60s to start your Friday. It's going to be wonderful. Here you can see the wide view of all the rain. Now, a lot of the thunderstorm activity so far has been staying to our north, just between us and Kansas City along I-70. We've just been socked in with the showers, but as you can see out to the west, it is clearing. Now, yesterday, we got some severe thunderstorms along and south of I-44. These are storm reports. These are wind reports, hail reports in McDonald County. Wind damage reports coming out of Berry County, and we do have that chance for a strong storm or two again tonight. So anything we see, tornado risk is very low, hail risk is very low. We might see some winds 50 to 60 miles an hour, especially if you're in this brown shaded area here. Otherwise, just some good old-fashioned thunderstorms bringing us relief. Check out the next 24 hours. Do you remember one of the last times I showed you this, that all the way down here, this mark was through the ceiling? You couldn't see the temperature. It was behind the forecast icon because it was in the hundreds. You can see all these temperatures now, but you can also see thunderstorm chances stick with us. So 70s through most of the day, pushing maybe 80 by the afternoon. And on the future track, through the rest of today, like I said, we get that break. Still some scattered storms around. We get a little pause in the activity, and then you can see as we head into tomorrow morning, more widespread thunderstorm activity rolls through the area, and that remains the trend as we head through Friday afternoon. More scattered showers and thunderstorms. They come back, by the way. This is Saturday. You can see they come back again, and will stick with us through at least Sunday before it gets really ugly again. So the rain tracker picking up on where we may see some of the heavier rain around the area, and you can see points along and south of I-44, like Veneta, for example, could get a pretty good soaking. The rest of us are going to get rain, and that's the most important part. Not a lot to do, not enough to really do much for the drought, but at least we got rain. You can see the storm chances all the way through Sunday, maybe even some early on Monday. Temperatures in the 80s, but as soon as this system clears on out and gets done with its thing, unfortunately, look at Tuesday and Wednesday, 100 and 103. So for right now, give your AC a break, give yourself a break, enjoy this while it lasts because summer will return and it will be quite toasty when it does. But for right now, we're getting some much needed rain. One last thing I wanted to touch on just because we've been talking about it. Some of these areas, if you get under a thunderstorm with really heavy rain, flash flooding is a possibility simply because, as we've said, the ground is still extraordinarily dry, and it's not going to soak in all this rain at once. So just be careful around low-lying areas and even urban areas. Watch out for some flash flooding if you get into some heavy rain. Otherwise, the steady rains we've been seeing are just enough. They're not going to flood us, but they're just going to give the ground a nice drink, give the crops a nice drink. They get something out of this before it gets hot again.
And they are thirsty. They need that
very,
drink.
very thirsty.
All right. Thanks, Chris.